Hey guys, how are you? Hello, hello, hello. Okay, welcome to Football with Brownie. Hope you're well, keeping safe, keeping each other safe and spreading the love during this pandemic. Because as we all know, we all need a little bit of living. Okay, before we go any further, check that ticker bar below. Come on, let's get to that 1800 mark tonight. Please like, share, most importantly, subscribe to Football with Brownie on here on YouTube. Also, it's also just as important to hit that notification bell. Facebook, as you can see from the figures above, overnight we hit the 900 Facebook like mark, which is fantastic. So Football Brownie on Facebook as well. There's my Twitter handle and the Instagram handle as well. Okay, as I've just mentioned above, there's the up-to-date figures as to probably about 5 minutes ago. We have gone down on YouTube subs from last night's show, but as I forecasted, it could well have been bots, to be honest, and people trolls. So yeah, it's stable now. It's stabilized now. Okay, transfer window show. I hate doing these shows, as you know, but it's going to be a daily show, or hopefully a daily show, and I know you guys love it. Yeah, I know you guys love it. So we're going to start with Aaron Ramsey, Welsh legend, someone who I know as well, someone who was basically on Cardiff City coaches as a kid when he was a youngster at Cardiff City going to watch two away games. Right, Juventus manager Massimo Allegri has stated that Aaron Ramsey is 99% leaving now. Um, that's alerted a lot of clubs, and even the cheeky Burnley, who's actually put a formal offer in, which was turned down by Ramsey. As it stands, the former Arsenal man and Cardiff man and Welsh international um, is either heading to Newcastle or Aston Villa. Now, at this moment in time, if those two are going to be the only clubs in which is interested, or going down to a final two, Ramsey got a decision to make. Does he go with more than likely more money and fight in a relegation battle with Newcastle? Or does he go to Villa, who, he'd be working under Gerrard? And this is key. This is the key thing. Aston Villa isn't far away from his family, who are in the Caerphilly, South Wales area. Could probably get Villa from here in about, I don't know, round it off 2 hours, maybe, hour and a half, well, foot down, maybe hour and 3/4, maybe. So potentially, and I know this has been done with, other players, potentially he could live back home in South Wales and then drive to Villa every day. Or he could commute somewhere along those lines. Now it'd be interesting to see how that works out. Knowing Ramsey, I haven't seen him for a few years, but he's always been a family man. Very much like Gareth Bale. He's always been a family man. You see him on social media. He's very interactive with his mum on social media. And remember, his mum stopped Aaron Ramsey moving from Cardiff at an earlier stage because she was adamant he would finish his education. So very much a family man. And therefore, I'm putting my neck out here, therefore I think that if it was between the choice of the two, he could well pick Villa. He could well pick Villa. Jay Vajambo, Hearts fan, up the Hearts, says his wages are very high. His wages are very high. However, that would probably... Newcastle could well cover all of his wages. However, I'm sure that it could well be a case of maybe Juventus still paying a third, maybe a half of his wages if it was to Aston Villa. Because remember, if Ramsey stays, he still has 6 months on those very high wages at Juventus. Listen, obviously there's been other clubs in the past shown an interest. The likes of Everton, even possibility of going back to Arsenal. But as it stands, the front runners are Newcastle or Aston Villa. And simply because of the homely mindset of Aaron Ramsey, if it was down to the two, I'm predicting that he would choose Aston Villa. I don't know what you guys think in the chat. That's, my personal opinion. Hi, Dan. Hope you're well, mate. Dan says he hopes he goes to Aston Villa. I do in a way, Dan. I do in a way, because I always think that Aaron Ramsey and Gareth Bale will, if they can, end up back at Cardiff. With Ramsey, it will be a complete full circle. He started his career at Cardiff. He then, to help his recovery, come back on loan from Arsenal to Cardiff. Cardiff is in his heart. And I'm thinking along the lines of, if Ramsey sets up home in South Wales for maybe a year or two, he plays for Villa, goes back and forth, and then maybe the last year of his playing, he can stay. He doesn't have to move, and then play for Cardiff at the same time. Hey, maybe that's a dream of mine. I'm not too sure. Maybe that's a dream of mine. Bear with me, guys. Go. Bear with me. Sorry, guys. The cold is getting to me. I'm telling you, the cold is definitely getting to me. Right. Jay Vadam, same as Coutinho. Well, apparently he's been like every other transfer window. He's been hauled out by Barcelona. Barcelona are kicking him to the side of the sidewalk, hoping that any car would pull over and offer summer money just to take him off the street. Basically, that's what it is. I just think Coutinho, the best thing for Coutinho at the moment would be to run his contract down with Barcelona, and then see what it's like then as a free agent. Basically, because I think it's a different thing with Coutinho. Ramsey is getting play time. He's still in the Welsh setup, and he's still adored by many British football fans. Unlike Coutinho, if I'm honest with you. Dan then comes in. He can do much better than Newcastle. I don't think he'd won a relegation fight. I think, to be honest, Dan, I think that he would relish the opportunity to take Newcastle back to where they, let's be honest, to the next level. I think you relish that opportunity and would relish a relegation fight. Whether he does manage his body much better than what he used to. So whether his body can cope with a relegation fight, because his injury record isn't the best, and he does have to manage his games. Whether or not his body can cope with a relegation fight, I'm not too sure. But honestly, I do think the sensible option would be Villa if I was Aaron Ramsey. Right, yeah. Jay has actually led me into the next story we're going to do, which is, Jay mentions Arsenal has apparently bid for Fiorentina striker Dusan. I'm going to absolutely destroy this name, right? Dusan Vlalic. Oh, okay. Anyway, him, right, for 58.5 million plus Lucas Torreira. That in the last 3 hours has been rejected by Fiorentina. Um, Not so much by Fiorentina, but the bid has been rejected. So much so that it's actually come out as well that Vlahovic, his agent anyway, is refusing now to answer calls from Arsenal. Um, and it's been reported that the comment come from his agent, uh, together with the fact that he wasn't answering calls from Arsenal anymore, was that he sees a bigger club than Arsenal out there ready to pounce. So with Lucas Torreira on loan at Fiorentina at the moment, you just wonder what's going to go on with Torreira. Um, but yeah, that's apparently been turned down, Jay. Personally, Serie A is a bit of a dodgy league, really, to recruit from. That's my opinion. I'm not saying it's a farmers' league, but it's not really that much better nowadays. Gone are the days where Serie A was a king of the world, really, when it comes to leagues in the 90s. Um, and you just have to look at Lukaku. Lukaku scored loads of goals in Serie A, and it hasn't worked for him again. It hasn't worked for him in the Premier League. While we're on about Lukaku, before we go any further, guys, if you want a little laugh, please check out my recent upload. It's called "What's Lukaku's Real Apology?" And if you want a little laugh, please check that upload out while we're on about Lukaku. Steve Denham says, "Hi Brownie, hope you well." I'm very well, Stephen. Yourself? Um, and thank you for joining. Just spoke about Arsenal. Right, well, it's all done and dusted now, isn't it? Kieran Trippier, as I reported yesterday, and many other reports before me reported yesterday. Kieran Trippier done and dusted. Newcastle player now, the first player under the new Saudi ownership. So I bet they're excited. I never knew he was a Northerner, actually. I never knew he was a Northerner. I suppose he did first start off at Burnley, didn't he? But anyway, I think for the job in hand, which is safety, I think is a good move. It is actually reported as being 12 million, but it's actually reported it's 12 million plus add-ons, right? Now, Atletico bought him for 20 million euros, right? And reports from Spain are actually saying that the people in the offices at Atleti are really happy. Firstly, they're sad to see Kieran Trippier go because it's worked out really well for both parties during his time there. But also, as well, what they are saying is that the people in the offices are very happy simply because they've made 10 million euro profit on this. Now, if it's 10 million euro profit and they bought him for 20 million, there's no way it's reported as in the British press as 12 million pounds. So the add-ons, if it is 12 million lump sum and then add-ons, then I can assure you that someone's telling porky pies within the British media, or maybe Newcastle, but we will see. We will see. Jay says, personally think Bundesliga, but I don't, mate. I don't. France and Germany are no goals for me, if I'm honest with you. But it's all about opinion. It's all about opinion. Arsenal for Life says hello. Hi Arsenal, hope you're well. Must be more players coming in because I can't see him signing if it was just him coming in a window. Are you on about Arsenal, mate? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, you talking about Newcastle? I don't know. Sorry, Steve. Jay, there you go. I tell you what, Jay, are you reading my notes? Are you reading my notes? Yeah, Lucas Digne. Further information have come out today. Ideally, Everton did not want to sign. Sorry. Ideally, Everton did not want to sell him to another Premier League club. Inter Milan showing heavy interest. However, reports coming from Merseyside is that Inter Milan, very much like previous bids from Inter Milan with certain players, Inter Milan were all talk and no action. Basically, they put the formal bid in, but when it came down to it, the figures just weren't there. So that's been turned down by Everton, which now only leaves Premiership clubs. Now, for whatever reason, and the rumours are about the bust up he had with Rafa Benitez. Well, I think it was Fabrizio Romano said going to Newcastle is an absolute no. No. That's from Digne's people himself, and it does look like Chelsea. Now, maybe the twist in it is because Everton really in a relegation scrap at the moment, and would they think of giving, helping to strengthen a fellow relegation candidate as in Newcastle could really, damage them at the end of the season? Maybe that's more of it, because I think no doubt Newcastle would offer more money up front than what Chelsea would. However, it does look that the move to Chelsea is more stronger possibility than going to Newcastle. For maybe not just the obvious reason, it could well be because Everton don't want to strengthen a relegation bloody competition. Dan says Cardiff been linked to absolutely no one. Sad times been a Cardiff fan. Yeah, you're right, mate. You're right. Oh, don't get me depressed, Dan. Don't get me depressed, my friend. Steve Dan, he won title with Atleti. Didn't he? There's 12 million plus add-ons. There is 12 million plus add-ons. Well, yeah, but the reports today was just 12 million, right? So the add-ons must be a hell of a lot. And I would assume, and I am assuming, that add-ons is a big add-on if Newcastle actually survive this Premier League, because reports in Spain, it's absolutely they absolutely over the moon that they've made 10 million euro profit on this. So where's the 10 million profit? It must be the add-ons are virtually guaranteed, I would say. So yeah. Well, yeah. Sorry, Steve. I'm following what you're saying now. Yeah. Aubameyang. Arsenal now come out today and said that they are prepared to listen to offers for Aubameyang. Now, you guys know I was first to the thing on with regarding all this, especially if it, Newcastle. It's more of a case of a possible loan to buy, but Aubameyang's people are more likely to look for a loan until the end of the season, and then then see what comes of it. Basically, he's going to be using Newcastle, keep himself fit, keep himself in the in Republic Eye, and see if they can use the period he'd be with on loan at Newcastle to get a better move or a bigger move in the summer. That's what it does look like it's a loan move. Even Trevor Sinclair stated that the possibility of him going to Newcastle is very strong. Stated that on TalkSport today, and we will see. But if it does happen, I'm telling you now, if no one clearly states that Brownie was the first on this, and let's be honest, first for many weeks on this before it became public knowledge about Newcastle's interest, then I will be very disappointed in you guys, yeah? Steve says, I'm surprised Man United Leicester didn't go for Trippier. They could do with him. Yeah, you're probably right. But I think the age goes against a lot of the clubs now thinking of transfers. But it could have been a stopgap. It could have been a stopgap. I agree with you. Dortmund have been shown interest taking the Aubameyang back there. I don't think Dortmund would be able to afford his wages, really. My opinion. Chelsea have been linked with Uber. I don't know. It all depends with Arsenal, doesn't it? Really. If do Arsenal really want to see that is strengthening another top 4 contender? That's why I think the move to Newcastle would be beneficial to both sides, if I'm honest with you. Right. Okay, that's it. That's it for today's transfer window show. There's going to be at least one upload later on. I'm going to check out any watch-alongs. And it'll definitely be a late-night Q&A. So please hit that like button before we finish. Please hit that like button. And please tell your friends about Football with Brownie. Okay, catch you all later. My friends. And hasta luego. Ciao.